What if I told you there was a way to make thousands of dollars just by riding the momentum of holiday seasonal shopping? Whether you're selling on Shopify with paid marketing on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or you're on Etsy and using search engine optimization, focusing on holidays like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, the wedding season, or Christmas is your shortcut to success. In this video, I'll show you how you're able to tap into each one of these holidays even if you're a complete beginner. Stick around because I'm going to be sharing my top strategy on how to make 6 figures plus on Etsy and how I've been able to make millions of dollars using the power of paid marketing on Facebook and Instagram. Holidays are like cheat codes for online sellers. The reason being is that people are already in the buying mentality. They are already taking their credit cards out looking for gifts to buy for these specific holidays. Think about it. All these holidays, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, the wedding seasons and Christmas, people are looking for gifts to buy, which means there's less work involved with you convincing them to buy your products. By focusing on these specific holidays is how you build your momentum fast and scale your business. This is the stuff that I teach my students inside the Products Accelerator. I'm giving you the step-by-step blueprint to creating those $5,000 to $10,000 plus months. And by focusing on the buyer season or the buying seasons, we're really able to stack the odds of success in our favor. We're really tapping into the buyer appetite. And the reason why they're more likely to buy in these seasons is because there's a deadline. They have to have a gift, because if they don't, they're going to look bloody silly when that date comes around and they don't have anything. So there's specific holidays that we do focus on throughout the year. It's not exhaustive, but these are the main ones where I've found success over the past 10 years. And I encourage you to do the same. What it allows you to do is experience more of a flat line throughout the year instead of having the massive peaks and troughs throughout the year. So here you can see on the screen the holidays to focus on. So we've got Valentine's Day in February. We've got Mother's Day UK in March. We've got Mother's Day USA in May. We've got Father's Day in June. The wedding season is from May to October. Halloween in October. And then Christmas is obviously in December. So each one of these represents a different opportunity where you could potentially sell different products. If you're on Shopify, I would strongly encourage you to stick with one or two product types through each of the seasons. When I've sold millions of dollars worth of apparel, I've focused on black shirts. When I've sold millions of dollars worth of jewelry, I've focused on jewelry and jewelry alone. So doing the same, applying that same rifle focus to these holidays is going to help you exponentially. That's whether you're on Shopify or Etsy. So what we want to do is we want to prepare and give ourselves enough time, depending on the platform, to actually find our success. So with Etsy, what we want to do is obviously research trending products. So these will be products that you would have seen selling the year before. You may have seen over the last couple of months certain products popping up and taking off as well. You know, the Stanley Cups did really well last year. You've got those iced coffee tumblers as well that tend to do really well. And again, depending on the holidays, will determine whether or not they actually perform for that holiday. So with your listings, you want to be creating your listings on Etsy 2 to 3 months in advance of that holiday actually happening. But also, as we get closer to that cutoff date, you can still ride that buyer momentum. You can get in there and find success in the last couple of weeks and still make really good money. So a student of mine, she started a brand new store in Q4 and she was able to do over $20,000 in sales in the space of a couple of weeks. In fact, she did over 1,000 orders in week 3, which was in really a 5-day period. So don't just start 2 to 3 months out and go, you know, I've done enough now, I can focus on the next holiday. Really start selling, continue to sell your products right until that shipping cutoff. And that shipping cutoff is going to be determined by your supplier. So you need to keep in contact with them. You need to stay on top of what those shipping cutoffs are. That they're all different. Some may have priority shipping that allows you to keep selling, you know, up till 3 days before that holiday. And even when that cutoff date comes through, you're going to still experience higher sales for those products right up until that date, because some people don't buy gifts until the very last moment. I can be guilty of that at times too. And you're better to actually have something prepared and be able to hand over, you know, a picture that's a printout in a card, say it is on its way, it got delayed, whatever, blame the system, blame the couriers. But you will still see those sales quite high up until that date. Now, with your designing, what I want you to do is focus on your niche, focus on your keywords, focus on your products. Because as you do that, what you will find is that you're learning from the data far faster. You're putting a lot more attention in each of the keywords and learning whether or not that product or your products are actually going to sell for those keywords. You don't want to just keyword jump, go from one keyword to the next because you're going to exhaust them pretty quickly. You want to be able to stay focused with your niche, with your products, and just keep recycling them until you find those winning designs. At that time, what you're going to see is different keywords that people are using to find your store as well that you can start incorporating into the listings that you're putting up there and optimizing it that way. Then we get into Shopify. So with Shopify, it's a bit different with the paid marketing. You can start 2 to 3 months out, but it's pointless. You really want to start doing that 4 to 6 weeks out where you start doing that bottle rocket testing method. And if you don't know what that is, I'll link to it above here. And that's where I teach you to pre-validate your designs. And this is what I teach you in Pod Hacks, in the profitable advertising system, where I'm giving you the rules, the clear rules for cutting and scaling. So you understand when you do have a winning product and the steps to take once you do have a product that's worth scaling. So with this, you're doing a similar researching of your trending products using similar tools like eRank and Everbee. They're really good to get insights and validation on products that are already selling in the marketplace. If they sell on Etsy, you can do variations that sell very well on Facebook as well. So just keep that in mind. You got Amazon bestsellers. You've got all sorts of different places you can go and look. If you can sort by trending products, go to Facebook Ads Library. If you can sort by trending products on particular stores as well, then you're going to be able to see what's selling. The other thing to do when you're researching trending products is if you're selling a particular type of product, say it's jewelry, as you do more of that, make sure that you're clicking on the ads that you see. The reason for that, as you do that, you're going to start being tracked. And if you go through the buying process, I don't necessarily encourage checking out there unless you actually want the product. But if you add it to cart, if you have a look at a few different products, that's going to indicate to the platforms that you are interested in these products. And you're going to be served more and more designs. And from the results, from the engagements that you're seeing on these ads, you're going to be able to determine whether or not it's a good product. And from that product, if it's got thousands of likes, if it's got hundreds of comments, that's got a good chance that it's going to be selling. So you can use that as inspiration for your own designs. And that's how you shortcut success and find those unique products that go on and sell for you and make tens of thousands of dollars for you in short spaces of time. And that's the main difference between Shopify and Etsy as well. Etsy can be a little bit slower, and it certainly doesn't scale anywhere near as hard or fast as what you can do through Facebook with Shopify. So keep that in mind. So one thing to do with Shopify as well, as I mentioned before on Etsy, is keep your focus. Focus on your products, focus on your niches, and focus on actually executing just on your niche and your brand. You find success so much faster. I will keep hammering that home because it is so important. If you've got a full-time job, if you're a busy parent, you don't have the time to be opportunity jumping, going from one product to the next, because you're switching gears the whole time. Every time you go in front of your computer, when you do have the time, you'll be sitting there going, I should go for blankets now, or jewelry, or metal art. You're not knowing what you're researching. You're not knowing what you're designing. Whereas when you've got that singular product focus, say it's metal art, when you sit down, you're researching for metal art. You're designing for metal art. You're running ads for metal art, and it becomes so much easier. You're so much faster. You don't spend that first 5 to 10 minutes trying to figure out what products it is that you want to create. Now, with Pod Hacks, what I want to be able to do, these are some of my screenshots that I've got from over the last 10 years selling online. I have a ton more, but what I'd love is for you to come and experience the Pod Hacks Accelerator and get results like this for yourself. Not just like this, but bigger and better. I want to see you absolutely crushing. The opportunity that we have in 2025 with print on demand is second to none. It is insane. This business model will ruin you for any other because of the simplicity of it. I'd strongly encourage you to check out the Pod Hacks Accelerator. You can find it in the first link in the description below. I'm giving you the step-by-step roadmap to creating those $5,000 to $10,000 plus months with print on demand. And the thing is, when you're scaling on Facebook with Shopify, you can help make a hell of a lot more money than that. And I'd love to see you absolutely crushing. So hit the first link in the description below. If you've got any questions, I'd love to hear from you. What holiday, what season do you love selling for the most? Comment below and let's have a chat. Stay awesome.